Hey everybody, how we doing? Welcome to the stream. We're gonna be doing some drawing tonight, as always. How's everybody doing? I see we got some people already popping in, so that's nice. We're about to get things started. How are we all doing? I'm just finishing a few things, setting up. Aw yeah, Christmas stream. Y'all know how it's an official Christmas stream? You ready? Ready to know? You ready to know how it's an official Christmas stream? I'm gonna show you. Haha! Christmas stream! I got my Santa hat. That means it's Christmas. It's after Thanksgiving, so it can officially be Christmas time to do Christmas things, like wear a Christmas hat. And also drink, oh god, drink wine and doodle. Oh yeah. Drinking Chardonnay out of a champagne glass. I could just be drinking out of a normal glass. I need to actually get a wine glass. I think I broke one a while ago because I used to have a couple. How's everybody doing? Welcome back to another exciting Kid Credible streams. We're gonna be doing some doodling tonight. Pull this open. I'm trying out a different pen, but I don't know. I want to try out some different pens, like something that kind of makes it look like a crayon, maybe. I feel like that could be fun. So this one's kind of, you'll see, like if I make it bigger. Excuse me. But I'm hoping that it looks okay. I need to try to find like, I'm sure you can download pins and stuff online, like plugins. So I need to look into that and see if that's a thing. Okay. I've been looking at display tablets. There was one on sale for Black Friday. I really wanted it. But I don't have money, which is necessary. There was one on sale for like $200. A really nice display tablet. Juno, hey, sorry I'm late. I hope I didn't miss too much. Nope, I just started. You're always the first to join. Sorry I'm late. You're never late, friend. So I've got an idea. I've got an idea for a comic tonight. This is one that I had worked on before. I've done this one before, but it didn't. It ended up kind of being a different punchline than I expected. Also, I didn't save. I ended up losing it anyways because I didn't save. So we're just gonna do like a general sketch. Let me go ahead and get my sketch pencil. Dark pencil, yeah. Okay. So we've got this guy. We'll probably have like it's gonna have like a beer glass and then a whole bunch of like bottles just sitting here. We'll just set them like that. And maybe like a how was your day, Juno? How was it? Welcome to the stream. And then my hand is gonna be like a probably like a cheeseburger of some kind, like a burger, and then just like a bunch of fast food wrappers right here. Like that. Oof, it hasn't been the best actually. I'm sorry to hear that, friend. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope my stream can cheer you up a little bit. So they're gonna be sitting here. It's not gonna be their faces, but that's kind of like a rough sketch. It's pretty shitty, but that's the idea of it. It's the idea of the rough sketch. So they're gonna be sitting here. This guy's gonna have like a pile of like beer bottles, and he's drinking a beer. And this one's over here is gonna be me. This is my friend over here drinking the beer. And I don't have it quite like written out, but something along the lines of like me telling him like, hey, you know, hey man, like mental health is important. You gotta find the right way, you know, way to cope. Something like that. But I'm gonna have like a burger and like a bunch of just fries and burgers and fast food wrappers and stuff, and just tons of food over here to the side, because that's my thing. I don't. If there's any way that I cope the most, it's probably by eating. And that's the joke. Oftentimes a webcomic, for me at least when I'm working on them, like you get the initial idea, right? And then it's just like trying to figure out, okay, how can I transition into the punchline? Like I always think of the punchline first, and then I'm having to always try to figure out like how do I communicate the punchline. Do you want to talk about it, Juno? Is there something wrong? Did something happen today? You are more than welcome to talk to me about it. I'm always here, friend. I'm watching my friend stream at the same time. Okay. So let's go to our pen and see what we can do. Maybe I'll... Something like that for his hair. And let's try to do a different hairstyle. That's another thing I need to practice, is just like different hairstyles. Let's look up other people's little webcomics. Interesting. You know what might cheer you up? I discovered a song the other day in the stream, but you were probably here. You're always here. That's really, really cute. In fact, I know you. Actually, this might have been after you left. I found this song, and I just think it's the cutest song ever. Oh, wait. No, it's not this one. It's this one. I just think it's so cute. Like, I can't not smile and listen to it at the same time. It makes me happy. This song is so cute. Something kind of like that. Okay, let's do a new layer now. Ruby! What are you drawing? The basic sketch for what's going to be like a new webcomic. So, here's the idea, is that we've got, hello, by the way. We've got two guys here. This one dude's got a beer in his hand, and he's gonna have all these, you know, bottles of beer next to him. And I'm trying to tell him, like, hey, man, like, mental health is super important, and it's really important that you find appropriate ways to cope, or something like that. But then I'm gonna have like a burger in my hand, and then to the right of me is gonna be like a bunch of like food and like fast food and wrappers and stuff like that. And that's the idea. It's like, I drew this once before and it didn't quite get the punchline right. The punchline is that, like, you know, my coping thing is eating, which is true. Like, I eat when I'm sad. And it's bad because I've gained weight. Originally, I kind of had the idea, and what I did, what was it? Same premise, I was talking about, like, mental health is super important, blah, 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 blah. And, like, the first frame was just, like, me with my, you know, finger pointing up. Second frame was, like, me holding a burger. Third frame was, like, me, like, zoom out to reveal the table covered in more food. And then the fourth frame was, like, me, like, passed out on the counter. But it kind of gave off more of a vibe of, like, consumerism. And how, like, oh, we try to take care of ourselves, but, like, we eat like shit, or something like that. It just didn't quite come across the way that I wanted it to. I'm hoping that this does a little bit better. It was all fine at first, but I was dragged to someone's birthday party. I thought everything went great, but afterwards my parents told me that I should talk to people more. Oh, and essentially called me a shun loser. I'm sure they didn't say that. I hope they didn't say that. I don't know. It made me feel horrible. I can understand that. Especially coming from my own parents. Juno, I am so sorry to hear that. They should not make you feel that way. They should not be talking to you in a way that's so not nice. I hope they didn't say that. I hope so. Hopefully they didn't mean anything by it. But I will say this. I know exactly how you feel. You shouldn't be forced, you know, to talk to people to a certain degree that, you know, you're not comfortable with. That's never okay. Like, you need to you need to be who you feel comfortable being. And if that means being a little bit quieter, that's okay. That's who you are. And quite frankly, I can be the same way because I'm pretty introverted. I mean, sure, I should really talk to people more. I get that. But the rest of the name calling was really, Oh, so they really was really uncalled for, at least in my opinion. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that's never cool. But you know what? I think you're wonderful, Juno. You're a wonderful friend, and you're very bright and fun. And again, like, you don't have to be anyone else other than yourself. Ever. Never, ever, ever. Okay. I completely understand where you're coming from. I'm sorry that happened to you. I'm sorry that happened. You don't have to push yourself further than you're comfortable with. You know what I mean? Like, no one ever should. You should just be yourself, always. Do 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 do. You know, some people just don't understand it. People don't understand where you're coming from. Some people, they don't mean any harm. They see you and they want to make sure that you're having a good time, and maybe that's what it was. You know, they just want to make sure that you're enjoying yourself. No, don't be sorry. Listen, and my stream, I want to say this right here, right now. I personally welcome anyone who's going through anything to just come here and talk about it. Come here and talk about it. Like, talk about it with me, talk about it with the chat, whoever's hanging out. Like, my stream is a place that you can bring your problems to if you're feeling sad about something, and you know, we all need a place where we can do that. And my stream, I definitely offer, I offer that to people. So don't ever feel sorry. You can come to this stream with anything ever that you need to talk about. Some people don't understand what it means to be introverted. They really don't. And it can be very frustrating when people don't understand. It's like, just because you're being quiet doesn't mean you're not having a good time. That's something that, I mean, I definitely feel for myself. Like, I can be pretty quiet. And when I'm not quiet, I can be pretty loud. I have the tendency to be pretty loud. I have a loud voice. I need to practice, like, mouths, too, of all things. How are you doing tonight, Ruby, if you're still here? I need to think of the facial expression I want to do. I'm only used to just doing, like, really happy faces. I just need, like, a simple conversation face. He's just talking. I wonder if my pen's too big. Maybe I should make it a little bit smaller. It's not a bad face. I'm not sure if this is gonna translate well, though. This idea. What do you think, Juno? Do you think this comic idea is a good idea? Do you think it'll work well? It'll translate well? Or should I maybe try to rethink it? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. And then maybe like some shot glasses. Are you still hanging out, Juno, or did you peace off? It's okay if you did. I hope this comic translates well. Do. This music is super relaxing. some little ketchup packets.
I fall in love too easily. I fall in love too fast. I fall in love too terribly hard. For love to ever.
What other kinds of food?
I fall in love too easily. I fall in love too fast. I fall in love too terribly hard. For love to ever last. I fall in love too fast. I fall in love too fast. I fall in love too easily.
Let's see. Maybe make my pen just a little bit bigger.
I fall in love too terribly hard. For love to ever last. I fall in love too fast. I fall in
Let's see. Let's do like a little fast food cup.
All this alcohol
Yeah, make it a little bit bigger.
on my creativity. But when I'm sober, feel my pain just much more vividly. And when I'm with you, satisfaction like some symmetry. You always crossing my mind like I was in the streets. I'm fucking shaking again, she said I get that. I love how she so understand. Oh fuck, I'm drunk, I don't think she understands me. It's okay, I'll just shut up and go to plan B. Where always plan B, cause I forgot that. Inspiration, yeah, you know I fucking lost that. Oh yeah, I fucking broke that. I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. Life's too short and everything kills you. You annoy me, bitch, don't ask me if I feel you. What's with this petty shit? Just sit my phone out. Home alone, alcohol in my dome now.
I think I'm gonna try to redraw this burger here. Didn't turn out very good.
She's so understanding. Oh fuck, I'm drunk, I don't think she understands me. It's okay, I'll just shut up and go to plan B. I'm too fucked, yeah, I can't even text you. I'm too antisocial, spending days up in my bedroom. For a loco reappearing in the restroom. I don't really care, cause I'ma go to bed soon. And all this nature, all it does is congest me. Now all my music, all it does is express me. I'm fucking shaking again. She said I get that. I love how she so understands. Oh fuck, I'm drunk. I don't think she understands me. It's okay, I'll just shut up and go to plan B.
What is this song? I just need to draw a straight line. I can do this. It's like people always ask me, why don't you just use the line tool? Because like, I want a straight line, but I also want it to be obvious that like it's a hand-drawn line too. That's a pretty straight line. Again, maybe using the line tool isn't that big of a deal. Do 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 do. Okay, get a little bit smaller. Heck, I'm back. Hope I didn't miss anything again. You're okay. I'm right where you left me. I hope you're feeling okay. I hope this comic translates well. Like the first time I tried to do this, it didn't really work. And so I hope that it makes sense this time around. And it's funny. Would be nice too if people found it funny. But this is kind of what I have so far. Let me get your opinion, Juno, on what you think of it so far. Just as far as like a comic with a punchline, if it's good or not. If the point is clear and if it's like a good idea or not, because I'm not too sure. But yeah, I'm gonna be saying something along the lines of like, mental health is super important. You know, make sure that we gotta make sure that we find better way, you know, appropriate ways to cope with. I'm like giving him advice about like, you know, oh, be careful, you know, with your drinking, you know, you gotta cope appropriately. And then I'm gonna be sitting here with like all this fast food, because that's like how I cope with my fucking stress. So I'm just adding like lots of trash and wrappers and stuff. Last time I tried to do this, it didn't work as well. Maybe like a little pile of ketchup here. I hope you're okay, Juno. I really do. I'm gonna draw another wrapper here. What is this? Soldier Boy. Weird. maybe, maybe I'll instead draw like a pan of pizza. Delicious pizza. Want like half a pan of pizza. Why can't I draw pizza? Why is that so hard? I need you to believe in me, Juno. Believe in me that I can draw pizza. Make my pen just a little bit smaller. I just need to draw this pepperoni. Maybe once I color it in, maybe I need to make it bigger. Maybe just a slice of pizza, I don't know. As it turns out, pizza is very difficult to draw. It's really not. But I seem to be struggling with it. I think maybe I'll just do a piece of pizza. I don't know what the song is from, but it's really pretty. I feel like drawing a few more bottles over here, just to kind of make sure everything is even. Draw some some X's on the bottles. That's a thing that people do in cartoons, isn't it? I'll probably have his face blushing because he's tipsy. What are you up to, Juno? Just sketching, trying to take my mind off things, I guess. Yeah, me too. I feel you, friend. That's why I'm here tonight. I was just like, do I want to stream? I was like, I should stream just to kind of relax my mind. Drawing is a good way to do that, I believe. I'm glad that you're drawing with me. That makes me happy. Sorry I'm not talking much. Sometimes I wish that, you know, I had a full chat and, you know, people here so that I had more to talk about. It's really hard to think of things to talk about sometimes. Oof, I'm going to move over here since Twitch is acting up. Twitch has been doing that a lot lately. Twitch has been not running my stream well at all. And I don't feel like it's me. I mean, it might be. I don't know why it would be. Says that it's running it excellent, actually. But I don't know, a lot of people have been saying that, like, it's been glitching or something. You said yeah. I wonder what it could possibly be. But yeah, it says it's running my stream. I wonder if it has anything to do with me streaming on both Twitch and YouTube. Like, maybe it's just too much for it? I don't know. Not sure. So what does it do? What does it do when it's not working? Like, if you could, like, describe it to me. It just freezes a lot for you. So it just freezes. When you say it freezes, is it like there's like a little buffering sign, you know, like when you're trying to watch a stream and it's like buffering? Or is it like that my stream is freezing? Does that make sense? I mean, do you think it's my stream? Do you think it's something that's on my end? That's what I'm trying to determine is like... He said, yeah. Buffering. Okay, so do you think it's something on your end? YouTube is working just fine. I hope it's nothing on my end. Maybe instead of this big old thing it's supposed to be like a pizza tray. Maybe instead I'll draw like a sundae. A delicious sundae. I'm not too crazy about sweet things. I don't much care for them. Okay, okay. I know how to draw this. Isn't it wonderful that, like, on the worst of days, we can just, like, just spend that time drawing and feel better? To a certain degree. Sometimes we don't always feel better, but drawing always does kind of make me feel a little bit better. Maybe I'll add like some chocolate fudge and then a cherry on top. Did I hear correctly that they're making a new Animal Crossings? Sometimes it stresses you out. I totally get that. Sometimes you just have to push through it. Like tonight I've kind of been pushing through it and now I'm kind of enjoying it. This is why I wish I had a display tablet, so drawing these big shapes could be a little bit easier. Not bad, not bad. Let's try it one more time. Art can sometimes definitely be stressful. I feel like I'm kind of getting at the skill range where, like, I'm able to push through. It used to be I got stressed out that, like, I just couldn't draw anything that I wanted to draw because nothing I was drawing was turning out right. But now I feel like, you know, if I just push through... I also need to get in the habit of writing my ideas too. Writing down my ideas, because I kind of started the stream like, what comic do I want to do? I need to think of a comic, and I had to like think of one really quickly. And then I remembered this one, and I was like, okay, yeah, we'll work on this one tonight. let's get rid of our background sketch. I need to figure out this guy's expression. Is he gonna be like hypocritical of me? Like, wait a second, the fuck you mean? You've got all this food in front of you. I could have his other hand kind of coming up and kind of holding his chin like that. Kind of have him inquiring a little bit, just like, wait a minute. What are you sketching, Juno? What you sketching? No clue. Characters for an upcoming comic. I've been doing some script writing. I've been doing some script writing for that that story that you know about with the kid lost in the woods. If one day, somehow, some way, I can finally get around to drawing the concept art. But I'm also starting to get a style too, so hopefully that will, I'll be able to take that and do something with it. Whoops. Okay, zoom in a little bit. How do you think I should word this? So I gotta be like, mental health is super important. Maybe have him say, what could I have him say? Just something along the lines of like, I could have him be like, substance abuse is not the answer. It still almost is kind of a, it does kind of give off a, kind of a vibe of like a, what would you call it? Like a, social commentary type of vibe. Just a little bit. Like if you didn't know that was me, and I was kind of channeling myself, I don't think you would know. Or like, you should deal with your substance abuse is not... How do you think I should word it, Juno? I had to think about this. This is why I wish I had a chat around to be able to help me think of how to word this. Maybe just substance abuse is not the answer. Maybe I'll do that. just need to like center the text. I've been watching a lot of Game of Thrones. My friend has been letting me use, like, I think they're Amazon or something like that. And so, like, last night I was up until, like, 4 a.m. just binging Game of Thrones. Oh my goodness. I was so tired. I woke up really tired. That show is just so good. That show is so good. I've also been reading through the book too, and I'm not much of a reader. And it's definitely it's a pretty tough read actually. It's a pretty tough read. If I hadn't seen the show first, I don't think I'd be able to follow the book at all. It's really funny because like I said, I'm not a book reader at all. I don't really care too much for books. I want to try to get more into books, to be honest with you. But I'm like a huge collector of things. I love collecting things. I love just little collectible figurines and comics and items. I like collecting, is what I'm trying to say. I said the same thing like just 10 different ways. So like every time I'm in a bookstore, I see books that I'm like, oh man, I really like. It'll have like a really nice cover, and it'll look really nice, and it'll be like to a show that I like, or like I was in a bookstore the other day trying to pick up a copy of Game of Thrones because I actually wanted to try to read it, and I saw like all 3 Lord of the Rings books, like a whole collection of it. It was like for $20, and I was like, oh man, even though I've never read, I'm a big fan of the movies, I've never read through the books. I've never watched or read Game of Thrones myself, but I heard it's really good. It is insanely good. It's one of the greatest legends of all time. I mean, just so well done. Okay. Let me get your critique, Juno. Let me get your critique. Mental health is super important. Substance abuse is not the answer. Maybe I could add just above here, above the speech bubble, like some text like me giving advice or something like that to kind of get the point a little bit further. Because otherwise, without that tidbit of information, it kind of looks like social commentary. It just kind of looks like society trying to tell people that, substance abuse isn't the answer, while most people eat like shit. Which isn't exactly what the joke is. Like, oh, this is me giving advice. This is me giving advice. I'm shitty at it because like I'm a hypocrite, kind of. Like, that's the punchline. Not to like be hard on myself. I'm not that hard on myself, but I don't know, man. I'm really tired and my back hurts. I may even go back here to layer tune. Draw that line there. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll add like a me giving advice. Okay, let's change the canvas size real quick. But yeah, I ended up not getting... Yes, okay, I'm glad you said that, I agree. What was I gonna say? I didn't get the Lord of the Rings book set, because I was just like, there's no fucking point in me doing that. There's no point in me doing that. If I were to get that book set, it would sit on a shelf. That being said, it is kind of a goal of mine, even though I haven't made much effort to completing this goal. it is a goal of mine that I would like to read through the Lord of the Rings books, because I think Lord of the Rings is just a phenomenal story. I'd really like to read the books. Maybe I'll do that later tonight. Well, I really want to watch Game of Thrones. Maybe I won't. But I've been thinking about sitting down with it again. I've gotten through a good, maybe like a third of the first book. And I hear it gets better too, because the first book, the first half of the first book of Lord of the Rings is like just a lot of, it takes place at like, what is the guy's name? Like his farm. It's boring is my point. First half is like really boring because it's a slow start. It's a bit of a slow start. Like I was saying earlier, like, again, this was an idea that, like, I've had for a long time, but I've had to change the format of the comic to try to, like, I know the punchline, but it's like, how do I transition into it? That's always the hardest part about making a comic, and that tends to be how the order of things is, that you come up with the punchline first, and then you try to figure out how to transition into the punchline, because delivery is everything. The punchline really isn't what makes... The punchline can make a joke funny, but really it's the delivery of the punchline. It's the execution. The thought is one thing, the execution is another. That tends to be a pretty common rule for a lot of things. It's all about execution rather than concept. That's the same for drawing a picture, for writing a book. It's not about the concept. You can have the most cliche concept. It's all about execution. Oh wow, I looked over at my friend's stream. I'm watching Cassie Draws on my laptop over here. Excuse me. And wow, she made quite a bit of progress. Quite a bit of progress. Are you ready to add some color? Color. I suppose it's gonna come with practice, but I have a friend, right? Let me pull up one of their comics. I have a friend who's really talented. Her name is Meg. Her name is Megan. And I'm incredibly jealous. And I think I've shown her on stream before, and I'm sure I've shown you her stuff before. One of the things that I really want to improve on, and I wish I knew how to exactly, is like, she has so much color, and like the backgrounds that she draws are so incredibly impressive. Like, look at this. Look at this shit. Like, she's got a really pretty background, and the frames are nice, and they're all like different colors, different designs. And some of the frames, like, she's got cabinets or drawers or dressers or bookshelves, or, you know, just different designs in the back. And again, like, it's all different styles, and I've got mine and she's got hers. But at the same time, like, hers definitely have a much more professional feel to them. And maybe I just need to make more of an effort for that. Maybe I'll create a new layer. I'll call this layer background. And like her, let's pull a little bit of inspiration from her, shall we? Okay, I'm thinking like a dark blue. So we're gonna add a little bit of a background, but we're gonna use like a blue outline, and it'll be like the background. So like, let's say that they're at a bar, right? So it's gonna be like lots of bottles. I think it's just something that comes with practice and experience. It definitely does. She went to art school. She's so fucking talented though. Like, I'll try to send her my art and stuff from time to time. But she has always been like goals, like the epitome of goals. Cause her stuff is like, I want to draw like her so badly. Like, her style and everything is exactly what I strive for. But I say that about a lot of people. I say that about you, Juno. I look at your stuff and I'm like, oh my gosh, please. I want to draw like that. I'm trying to think about liquor bottles that I've seen. It's kind of like a bird dog shaped glass. I like bird dog whiskey. I wish I had some whiskey. Lime green represents mental health, so putting that into the drawing might be cool. Does it really? Lime green? Lime green? Green to me is like a very smelly color. I get the impression that green is a smelly color. Like, I use it for like gross things. I suppose there's pleasant shades of green. Hang up some signs in the back. And then we'll create a new layer. Oh no, did I draw that on the wrong layer? I totally did. It's okay. Those were two very simple shapes. And then we're going to create a new layer. Call it like background 2. Juno says, I don't know what that means. I mean, I do. People use like really strange. Okay. So the goal is to kind of, and then like this would be the background. And then I could go on top of it and color in everything else. So there's that. Now we're going to create a new layer for color. Let's just go ahead and color in our little characters. How's the sketching going? Are you still sketching? Or are you taking a break? It's okay if you want to take a break. Never feel like you have to draw if you're not feeling it. That's something that I have a rule for myself. If I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling it. And if I go a month without drawing, then fuck it, I go a month without drawing. It's okay. It's okay. Drawing should, you know, come naturally. Now that being said, I do feel like I'm kind of in a place with my art that I feel like I'm ready to start doing it a little bit more regularly, a little bit more full time. That's the only thing about being an artist for like a career. If you want to be like a professional artist, then you have to, one, have the skill set to be able to draw even when you're not in the mood, which means like being talented enough to being able to, you know, think, okay, I need to draw this today. It's a part of my job. I need to draw this today. It's what I do for a career. You need to do that, and then you need to have like the discipline to... There's another thing that I was thinking of, but I might have lost it. No, I don't want his hair to be blonde. Let's make his hair... This is supposed to be like my friend that I'm talking to. Like a nice brown. Yeah, I'm trying to continue drawing. I don't know what it is, but I always feel horrible after drawing. No. And if that's how you feel, then, you know, don't force yourself to draw. Drawing is meant to be fun. If it's not there, don't force it. There's kind of a sad reality when it comes to, like, drawing for a job. Or doing anything, really. That you love for a career. And the reality is that, like, maybe I'm the one who's nuts. It's sad because it's like anything that you do that's a hobby, but you do it for fun. Anything that you do, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm like I'm really tired, so like everything I'm saying is coming out as just gibberish, but what I'm trying to say is like anything that started as a hobby but you make a career, it kind of sucks because sometimes making what you love into a career can kind of ruin it for you. Like I used to be super into photo and video, and then I started doing that for like a job, and it's a huge blessing because you kind of get to do what you love, but it takes the fun out of it and it becomes like work, which is why I'm hesitant to make art like a thing for me. Like I'm committing to it so like I could, you know, maybe develop more of a fan base and stuff, and I have things I want to create, and that's really important to me too. But that is kind of a reality that like the moment that something kind of becomes a career is the day that it might not be as fun anymore. shouldn't feel horrible after drawing. If that's how you feel, then put it away, you know? Find something else to do. What am I using? Pencil? I don't want to use the pencil. I want to use the marker. Alright, now we need to just get like my blonde hair going. I need the proper shade. And I think for this drawing, maybe I'll go back and color the outlines. I don't do that often. And maybe I'll do research on how other people do it to find faster ways of doing it, but I want to start doing that. Or at least, I don't know if I need to start doing it, but I do admire people who do it because I think it looks really pretty. I think it looks really pretty. I had an idea for a comic, and the only thing stopping me from doing it is that it would be a really difficult pose for the punchline. But the idea is this, I'll fill you in. I had an idea for a comic. I want like the first frame to be something like, you've truly mastered the drums. Like someone telling me, you've truly mastered learning to play the drums when each limb is able to do a separate thing. And then like me like watching them like awe-inspired, like, oh, and then like having having like a little imagination bubble kind of coming up, me using my imagination of me like I'm sitting on the toilet, I'm like wiping my butt while also brushing my teeth, while also using one foot to like pet a dog and the other foot to like draw a painting. The idea being like all of my limbs doing something different. And it's like, oh, I wish I had that ability. I think that'd be a really funny idea. Like, all drummers must have this ability to be able to just use their limbs in different ways at the exact same time. But in order to draw that, that's gonna be really hard to draw, like, my limbs doing all kind of, like, just going in different directions. You never know until you try. You might just impress yourself. I actually tried earlier tonight, though I really didn't fucking commit to it. I know myself well enough to know. I know my creative process as... I would imagine that this is the same for any artist. Any artist can probably relate to this. You gotta spend some time on a drawing. You gotta have the patience to really sit down with it and mess around with it. And I know myself well enough to know that that's exactly what I'm gonna need to do in order to draw it. And I didn't really give it much effort. I like did a quick sketch and I was like, this isn't good at all. And I was like, I want to draw something else, which is fine. I chose to draw something else, and that's okay too. I think that's the only thing keeping people from really learning how to draw. Like, people will be like, oh, I can't draw. The only thing keeping you from learning to draw is patience. You have to have patience if you're going to teach yourself to draw. That really is the key. People just expect to be able to take what's in their head and just put it onto paper, and that's not how it works for any artist. I don't care who the artist is. It's just not how it works. Today went by really, really fast. Today was supposed to be my day off, and it's like, it's already over. Granted, I woke up pretty late, because I stayed up late watching Game of Thrones. Some pretty delish looking soft tacos. I had tacos earlier and I want more. I just love tacos. Hey, those are some pretty tasty looking tacos. Tasty, tasty, tasty. I want more. Taco Bell is my life, dude. I cannot tell a lie. Do 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 do. Taco Bell is somewhere that I would never want to work. I would never want to work at a Taco Bell. The day you decide to, the day you work at a Taco Bell is the day that, like, I wouldn't want to eat anywhere that I'm a big fan of, because once when you work there, then it, like, you get tired of it really quickly. Like, I worked at a Papa John's pizza, and I wasn't even necessarily a big fan of Papa John's to begin with, but I'll tell you one thing, I definitely can't eat Papa John's pizza anymore. I definitely can't eat Papa John's pizza anymore. And that's just about anywhere else that, like, you go to work. So I would never want to work at Taco Bell because it would ruin Taco Bell for me. But I am a fan. I am an enthusiast. I would never want to work at Chick-fil-A either. I really like Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is so yummy. I don't know where you're from, Juno. Do they have Chick-fil-A there? I'm not gonna ask you where you're from, but I'm curious to know if you have Chick-fil-A there. Chick-fil-A. Their chicken is so good. I'm not working at Chick-fil-A. I like their customer service. Every time you go into Chick-fil-A, it's like they have better customer service than arguably like most sit-down restaurants. Oh my goodness, a pizza raid! What's up, Cassie? How we doing? Oh man. Y'all are the best. How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome to Kid Credible Streams. Wow, this is crazy. This is crazy. How many did we raid with? I'm so not prepared. How exciting. Hello, Cassie, BJ White, sit back, senor. I'm a brownied. Yeah, welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. My name is Kid Credible, and tonight we're working on a little comic. We're working on a comic tonight. Hi, Boo. Hi, Cassie. Ah, that looks so fun. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, for sure. I'll have to show you guys some of my work. This style reminds me a ton of Oni and G. Oh my gosh, that's like. That means a lot because he's a big inspiration. He's a big inspiration. The voice too, though. I sound like Oni. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. I draw cartoons and sketches and comics and all kinds of things. So if you like what you see, feel free to drop a follow. Tonight we're working on this little comic here. This is me giving advice. This is how I give advice, and I'm just coloring it in right now. Mental health is super important. Substance abuse is not the answer. And we've got, I guess, my friend that I'm talking to who's drinking pretty heavily. And then there's me, like, fucking going hard with the fast food over here. But let me show you guys a little bit of what we work on here at this stream. Thank you so much for the follow, Jade Vala. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I see that pizza. So this is what we drew last stream. And Cassie, this is what I mentioned earlier. This is something that I've been waiting to post. I might post it tonight. To be honest with you, I kind of want to go back and clean it up a little bit. There's just like little things here, like you can kind of see here, the line work here, like the black line turns to purple. I don't know how that happens, so I have to I'm gonna have to really dig and find out why that is. And then I'm even thinking about going in and kind of coloring the line work. That's a style that I really like, but this drawing I'm really happy with. I'm really happy with this one. This is one that we've been working on. Thank you so much, BJ White, for that follow. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Here's also a comic that we did recently that I think it's really fun. I think it's really cute. I'm definitely trying to work on, like, creating stuff that I don't want to draw, like, just standalone, like just characters in an empty space. Which, you could argue that's what this is, but, like, it's got a caption to it, you know what I mean? As opposed to just drawing, like, figures in empty space. I'm trying to put out more content, which I just recently created an Instagram, so y'all should definitely check that out. I go under the name Cherry Bits, and that's, like, my little logo, and I really like that name. Love the color scheme. Thank you. Looks great, kid. Thank you, Sit Back. Thank you, Sit Back. Thank you, everybody, for coming to hang out. I appreciate it. We're just going to wrap up coloring this. So how was the stream, Cassie? How was everything? I actually had your stream playing over here to my right on my laptop. I was watching you, and every here and there I kind of turned over, and a huge chunk of it would be done. And it looks so good. Such a cute little pupper. Finished Boom. Yeah, I noticed. I looked back over and, like, the whole bottom half was done. And your work is always just so incredible. And you're such a wonderful streamer, Cassie. And I really appreciate the community that you guys have. And 10 months. And it's crazy too, Cassie, because your stream, and I've told you this before, was the very first stream that I ever clicked on Twitch. All that time ago. I mean, you could easily say 10 months ago, right? I mean, because you were the first stream. 10 months ago is the day that I was like, I'm going to check out Twitch. You know, I'm going to create Twitch and see what it's all about. You know, try to meet some other artists. And Cassie's stream was the first thing that I clicked on. And, man, I'm just so glad that I did. Because it's such a wonderful, wonderful community of incredibly kind, empathetic people. My heart, that makes me so happy. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. You're getting emotional. Don't cry. It's okay. I'm so appreciative of what you do. I really am. Ellie Pop! Holy smokes, this is quite the crowd. I know, right? I know, we had a raid tonight from the lovely Cassie Draws. Definitely check her out, Ellie Pop. Cassie Draws is an incredible artist. She takes commissions and does a variety of pet portraits. I should say a variety of portraits, mostly pet portraits. Incredibly talented. Wonderful artist. I love Cassie. Did we meet through Cassie's stream? Oh, we've met. The music in the background makes it so much more wholesome. Aw. They're related? She used to be my mother. Not sure if that deal still stands. Okay, so not actually related. Mama Cassie. Oh man. But we were just talking about, you might have popped in after I was saying this, Ellie Pop, but Cassie Draws was the first stream I ever found on Twitch. I remember I was trying to find a platform to really kind of find some art communities, right? So I created a Twitter, I created an Instagram, and I kind of just had this feeling as though none of these platforms really allowed me to like meet and engage with new artists. And that's when I was like, well, I know Twitch is a streaming platform, and I think they have an art community. I should look into it. And so I opened up Twitch, and lo and behold, Cassie was the first stream that I clicked on. And immediately I was like, oh man, she's so talented and she's so sweet. And the rest was history. Now I'm like on Twitch every day. Like Twitch has completely changed my life. I love fucking Twitch. I'm glad to just have her be my Twitch crush. Same. I get around. Oh, I'm your mama. Cassie is an amazing way to find Twitch. Hey, thank you so much for that follow, WheelFX07. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you're enjoying the content here tonight. I hope that you come back again and that this stream is a little bit of positivity in your day so you can go out and spread some of your own positivity. That's what it's all about. I like to try to welcome people here. If they have anything that they want to talk about and get off their chest, you know, feel free. Bring whatever to the stream, and you know, we're here for you. I want this community to be very similar to Cassie's community. Cassie never turns away someone who's having a bad night, and I love that about her streams. I absolutely love that. It's so wonderful. I think a lot of people would just be like, okay, yeah, like I'm streaming here, like bring your shit to somebody else's stream. But Cassie never turns that away, and I think that's so wonderful. Did you download RuneScape? Yes! Yes, I've actually been playing a lot of old school RuneScape. That was a game that I grew up playing, like, religiously. I remember there was a time in my life where, like, I would go to school, come home, play RuneScape. How's the Raspberry Pi? I haven't played it for a bit, but I'll tell you right now, it's one of my like favorite possessions that I have. Like, I love my Raspberry Pi. It's just so cool what you can do with them, and I use it quite a bit for retro gaming, and it's like I love like when people come over, they're just like, oh, what's that? Is that it's a tiny little Super Nintendo, and people really think it's cool, and then you can tell them like, oh, it's a computer, I built it. It's pretty dope. Chat's moving fast. First stream was sticky. I hate to raid and run, but I have a headache. Oh, I hope you feel better, Cassie, and need some pizza and Advil. Well, hey, go get yourself some pizza, go get yourself some pineapple, and go get yourself some eggnog, and I'm sure you'll feel much, much, much better. Cassie is super wholesome. Oh my goodness. For like 5 seconds, then she's saying, "Scoop me harder, Daddy," about popcorn. Take care, Cassie. Bye, Cassie. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for the raid. You are absolutely a wonderful person, and I'm so glad that you stopped by tonight. I'm so glad that you stopped by. Isn't Raspberry Pi like a coding thing? It can be used for coding. It can be used for coding and like robotics and stuff like that. People use it for that. People use it to build retro gaming machines, which is what I've done. People use it to mine Bitcoin, which is kind of cool if you're into that kind of thing. If you're into cryptocurrency, fucking, I put like $200 into Bitcoin. I put like $200 into Bitcoin when it had hit like its peak of like, I think I put it in when it was like at 16,000. And then it jumped to 19,000, and now it's plummeted, and I think right now it's at like 3,000. I fucking lost all my money with that shit. Fuck that shit. Hey, let's see. Sorry, let me refresh the chat here. Much love, guys. Be safe, take care, and love you, Cassie. I love you too. I really do. You're a wonderful human being. And thank you for stopping by, my friend. How is your night going so far? It's going very well, Wheel. How is your night going? We're just drawing and hanging out. I think my students were talking about Raspberry Pi during coding week a lot. Something about using it in AP Math or something. Yeah, they're really, really cool. The Raspberry Pi is basically... It's a computer the size of a credit card. It's really, really small. And because it's so small and so cheap too, you can pick up a Raspberry Pi online for like 30 bucks, if not maybe 20. They're really small, they're really cheap, and they're not necessarily like, you know, you couldn't game on them obviously. They're like, you know, small computers. But because of their size, I mean, people tend to use them for a variety of things, for coding, for retro gaming. They're really, really cool. The Raspberry Pi that I bought, I bought like a case for it to put it in, like a casing like you would put a computer in, that is shaped as like a Super Nintendo. So it looks like a Super Nintendo, and then of course it has the little USB input, so you can get like Super Nintendo USB controllers, and like you have like a little retro gaming machine. I had someone recommended to me that I buy a RetroPie to do that. When I was looking at Nintendo has the retro Nintendo, you know what I'm talking about, like the little gaming, the little mini Super Nintendo that you can buy for like 80 bucks, and it comes with like 30 games. They were like, why the fuck would you do that when you can just build a RetroPie? And I was like, what's a RetroPie? And he showed me, and I'm so glad that I didn't spend $80 for a little shell that of a console that only has 30 games. My RetroPie can play not just Super Nintendo, but PlayStation, some Nintendo 64 games. The computer's not super powerful, so it can only play some of them that it can handle. Any console, really, before that as well. We have, I think, 3 or 4 in use at my house for home automation stuff. Yeah, it's also used for home automation stuff. People will use it to, like, program their garage, to be able to, like, open their garage. Or some people will create, like, a streaming device. Like, people create all kinds of really cool gadgets. We have one called Blackcam that lets us know when the dog is at the back door. That's cool. We got new windows and doors installed and can't hear her bark to be let back in. That's a really cool use for it. I had something similar. One for controlling custom LED lights for for our theater room. Ooh. One for a fan in the game room, and another for some other general automation stuff. All my hubby's work, though, not mine. That is really cool, though. I mean, people use it for all kinds of things. If you have some spare time, just go online and just Google Raspberry Pi creations. And you'll find people just creating all kinds of really cool stuff. And again, if this sounds like something that really interests you, you can get a Raspberry Pi for like 30 bucks. They're so cheap. And that's why they're really popular. And their size, too. I've seen people put them in arcade machines and create like little stand-up arcades. I've seen people put them in like... This hat is so itchy. I've seen people put them in like little Game Boy casings, and they've created portable retro consoles. I would really like to do that, but that's a little bit beyond me. Like, you'd have to get like a little display and then hook up the RetroPie to the display and all this stuff, and It's probably not that hard, actually. Like, if you were to look up a tutorial, but a portable RetroPie, like, that would be so fucking cool. Maybe I'll change this color here. Maybe to, like, a purple. Let's try, like, a purple. No. What colors of ice creams are there? There's chocolate. Maybe like a dark chocolate. I don't like that either. I feel like I've known you a while, man. Not sure how long since I'm not super active here, but I feel like it's been a while since we met. It has been, but I'm glad that you're here, Ellie Pop. It has been. I've been on Twitch for about 10 months, and all of you have become such good friends, and I appreciate each and every single one of you. Doing well, thanks, but starting to get tired already. Great image, by the way. Thank you so much, Wheel. You know what? Those are words that are meant to make somebody feel good, and that makes me feel good. So thank you, Wheel. I appreciate that. Did I miss Takashi Draw's raid? No, you're just in time. You're just in time. Everybody raided and we're all here hanging out. Welcome, Taffy. How are you? How's your night going? Crap, sorry. Don't be sorry. Still here. Yes, you are. You made it. And I'm so glad that you're here. We're just coloring in this lovely picture, this lovely comic. I'll zoom out so you guys can see it in a moment. I'm so glad that I chose to go live tonight. Anytime that I can have like a little raid like this is just so much fun. So this is the comic that we're working on. This is me giving advice. Mental health is super important. Substance abuse is not the answer. And my friend here, he's drinking pretty heavily, but I'm over here like fucking going hard with the fast food. Pizza raid! That's okay, we can just do it all over again. Pizza raid! So you feel involved. Great, how are you? I'm doing wonderful. I like this music. I'm so glad. I'm so glad to hear that. I hope that you enjoy your time here, that you can come and relax a little bit and have a little bit of positivity in your evening, so you can go out and spread some of your own positivity. Unless it's super late. Right now it's like, what time is it? It's probably midnight. Around midnight where I am. I draw all kinds of comics here for anyone who hasn't found this stream, who might be new to this stream. I draw all kinds of web comics and sketches, and possibly in the future, like I've been doing some script writing. So if I can wrap that up, if I can wrap up my script writing, then maybe start actually doing some frames to an actual, like, story. That's awesome. I love it. Thank you, Taffy. Midnight here. It's snowing. It's actually supposed to snow down here as well. It's I live a little bit down south, so in North Carolina is where I'm from. And we're supposed to get some fucking snow. It's not supposed to fucking snow in North Carolina. Not cool. Not cool. I don't like the snow. I don't like it at all. Oh, South Carolina. It's always snowing. Yep, sounds like you're from up north. I can't stand the snow, dude. I don't like it. In concept, it's quite nice. In concept, it's quite nice, but in actuality, it's really pretty shitty. Taffy XXX, thank you so much for that follow. Welcome to Kid Credible Streams. That alarm means that it's time to celebrate Taffy's follow. So show, I don't know, fucking just show some love in the chat. It's nice for a day or two, and then I'm over it. Right, like if I had a switch in my house where I could be like, boop, snow, and then like when I'm done, like turn it back off, and then it's gone, then the snow would be lovely, you know? I could dress up and go sledding and build a snowman and enjoy it. But then like when I'm over it, it's time to like fucking, I'm done. Ellie Pop, where did you get those emotes from? I really like those. The little emotes. They're really cute. Switch up this music, man. I think it's just playing shuffle. I've been playing this song on stream. The best food artist on Twitch. Roro. A food artist? So what? He just exclusively draws food? Food looks legit. Follow her on Insta. She's freaking beast at food art. What does she do? Digital? Traditional? Does she do... Like, what's her medium? What color do we want to color this bar? Let's create a new layer for this table. It looks realistic as fuck. That's gonna make me hungry. I don't want to look at it because it's gonna make me hungry. Oh wait, I need to go beneath this layer. There we go. She does digital art now. Used to do traditional, but I met her when she started digital. Yeah, once I started digital, I never went back. But I also knew what I was going for. I knew that I wanted to do webcomics. I knew that that's what I wanted to do. So the goal from the very beginning was like, I really want a tablet. I'm still using the tablet that I got last year for Christmas. And that's about as long as I've been drawing. I think before I got this tablet, I started drawing maybe 2 months prior to getting this tablet. And I was like, I'm going to learn to draw. I tell people that all the time because I want people to know anybody can learn to draw. Anybody. I have not been drawing for long at all. Smooth. When I started digital, I fell in love. Yup, same here. Like, there's just something with it. I'd like to experiment with traditional at some point. Like, I'd really like to play around with watercolor. I've been saying that for a long time, but I just haven't gotten around to it. I really enjoy watercolor, but digital is where my heart is. Now I'm too lazy for traditional. You started drawing in January? Oh man. Of last year? I like that background. I kind of took some inspiration from a comic artist that I really enjoy, and I'm trying to kind of do. I think I'm going to go back, and I think I'm going to color the outlines. I don't think I want them to be in black. That's going to take some time, but everybody's here, so now I'm in for the long haul. Which is fine with me. I'm trying to improve my realism, but I'm low-key obsessed with vector. Vector layers are very helpful. I can't do cartoons for shit. Your art is impressive as fuck to me. Cartoons are harder than people realize, I think. I can't do realism for shit, if that means anything. I knew what I was going for. You know, I knew that I wanted to do webcomics from the very get-go, from the first thing I ever drew all that time ago. But you could do it. You could do it, Ellie Pop. You could absolutely do it. I want to go back and possibly color the outlines to this drawing, but that would be completely transforming it. Also, the layers for this drawing are completely fucked. The layers are super fucked. I gotta run for now. See you again soon. Have a great stream. See you again soon. Good night, chat. Wheel, thank you for stopping by, my friend. I really hope that you had a good night. I hope that this stream made you smile, made you feel good, so you can go out and make other people feel good. That's what it's all about, my friend. Have a wonderful evening and sleep well. I don't know if this song is the vibe of this stream right now. Hold on. This song is so cute. You guys ready? I love this song because it's so cute. Okay, so next we're gonna work on this, I guess, this background here in the back. Try to find a color that's pretty, and then we'll go in and color in the speech bubble. So something like that, maybe. Probably lighter. I kind of like that color, but it needs to be lighter. Let's go ahead and use our paint bucket tool. This song is so cute. Have you ever listened to any of Millie's songs? If not, you totally should. Who's Millie? Millie from Stranger Things? Her name is Millie, right? Maybe not this color. Maybe something to kind of complement the blue. Millie Bobby Brown? Millie Bobby Brown does Stranger Things? She doesn't do music though, I'm sure of it. I mean, I could be wrong. I have been wrong. Oh, I kind of like that. It's kind of a nice color. And then we'll go in and color in this speech bubble. I'll go ahead and look up Millie. Let's find out who Millie is, everybody. I'm getting a few results. Millie Jackson, Millie... I think it's a band, I don't know, but I found one of their songs called Turtle Heart. Okay, let's listen to Turtle Heart. Yep, I found it by Millie. What's everybody working on tonight? Are y'all drawing? Painting? Is she singing in Japanese? No, that's English, I believe. Does she have an accent? Playing Terraria. I tried to get into that game because I really like Minecraft, but I didn't care too much for it. Is she going back and forth between? It gets really catchy after listening to it for a bit. I like it. Is she going back and forth between English and Japanese? I can't tell what she's saying. It's very anime-esque. Okay, let's color this speech bubble. I want it to be something else. Not that dark, a little bit lighter. No, just English. Okay, okay. But she does sing a few songs in Japanese and Chinese. Yeah, you can definitely tell that that's her ethnicity. I'm still not sure about that background color. That might be a little bit better. Okay. So let's see. There's our line color, for the most part at least. It's gonna take some time. I'm gonna create a layer called line work, and we're gonna set it to clip at layer below. That way, we can take our marker here. Let's take like this skin color, get a darker tone of it. Yep, and then that's what it's gonna look like after we. The thing is trying to find the right like tone. Let's see, which I don't think I like that for skin color. I think it needs to be a little bit more pale like that. That looks better. I really like when artists do this. I think it's really pretty. It's one of those things that takes time. I like anime sounding music. It makes me feel like a kid again. I don't watch too much anime anymore. The only reason just being that, like, I don't know. I just feel like I can't take anime seriously anymore now that I'm older. I have nothing against it. And there are some animes that I still really like, but it's just one of those things. Okay, I think I might try to change the skin color, the skin outline. Might need to be a little bit darker. I used to watch like a lot of Naruto growing up. I'm sure there's an easier way to do what I'm trying to do, but this is how we're doing it. Because this is the way I know to do it. I think if I had to choose a favorite anime, it would probably be Cowboy Bebop. I'll watch that today. Like, I'll watch that any day, is what I'm saying. I think it's so good. I kind of feel the same way too. Right, like, I've been saying this for a while. Like, I wish that they would do more, like, anime-styled shows, but with, like, a Western script. Which is exactly what Avatar did, The Last Airbender. And it's, like, super successful. Because they did that. That skin color just still isn't right. I think it needs to be maybe darker. Finding the right color is really tough. Hold on, I've done this before. Let me see what I used the last time that I did this. Okay. Yes, that's my favorite show. That's a great show. It's a phenomenal show. I've been meaning to rewatch it too. It's been so many years since I've seen it, but it's such an amazing show. Does anybody else feel like the ending wasn't very good though? I might be upsetting some people by saying that. I didn't think the ending was good at all. I was very disappointed. I remember watching it and being like, really? Really? The journey has been wonderful, but y'all ruined the ending for me, but that might just be me. I let it slide. I like that answer. I'm definitely a fan of that show though. It's really good. They're supposed to be making a Netflix series from it. A live action Netflix series. And it's supposed to be from the which when I saw that I was like, oh no. And then I saw it was directed by the original creators and I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, now I'm interested. And I don't know much more about it and the status of it and what's kind of going on with it. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this, y'all. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this line work. This isn't looking very good. I think I haven't mastered this technique. Maybe I should just leave it black. What do you guys think? Like, let me just turn off this layer. Maybe I should just keep it black like that. I haven't added shade yet. Shade will make it look a lot better too. Never watched it. Oh, Juno, you need to treat yourself, my friend. You need to treat yourself to some Avatar: The Last Airbender because it's a really wonderful show. I'm gonna take off this Christmas hat, y'all, because it is itchy as shit. Just gonna throw that shit to the side. I've been looking at a lot of display tablets lately. I want one so bad. I just have like a really cheap, like $30, not maybe a little more, like a $50 drawing tablet. And I'm so ready for the next thing. I'm super ready. I really enjoy her style. Sorry I disappeared. Baby need changing. How's it going? No worries, Taffy. I'm just kind of looking at it, wondering what else I want to add, if there's anything else I want to add. But I think we're about done with this drawing, at least. We do need to add shade. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's add some shade. We're gonna put that just above our color layer, but then below our line work. And then we're gonna bring our transparency down to about, whoops, to about 25. And then we're gonna get a black marker here. And then we're gonna shade our drawing. I love adding shade. Shade is like one of my favorite parts of drawing because it just makes everything really pop. This music is super cute. I like cute things, if that's not obvious. My drawings are pretty cutesy. And that's how I do my shade. This is how I do it. I really like the way it looks. I need to turn up the stabilization of my eraser. What's everybody up to? What's everybody got going on their Saturday night? I wish I could make music. Here's a question I like to always ask people. It's a fun question. If you could like create any kind of music and be really good at it, so whatever you choose, you're really good at that genre of music, what music would you choose? And I'll even add to it by saying, like, whatever you choose, you get to be famous at it. Like, so if you want to be a rock star, you're a famous rock star. You get to be successful at whatever genre of music. What music would it be? I don't listen to much metal as I used to, but I think I still would want to be like a heavy metal artist. That would definitely be like a fantasy. That'd be really fun. I want to be like a heavy metal screamer. Blah. And if not that, honestly, this would... Now that I'm older, I may even say this is my answer. I would really love to be able to orchestrate music, like for... And that comes from like watching a lot of animation, a lot of cartoons, and the orchestrated pieces that come from it. There's just so many songs that I listen to from animated movies or shows or videos that I'm like, oh man, I want to create stuff like that. Voided says instrumental. Juno says rock. Juno says noise rock. I feel like that would be interesting. What is noise rock exactly anyways? I'll join your band. That sounds like fun. That sounds like fun. Would you want to play an instrument? Would you want to sing? If I had it in me to be a rapper, that'd be pretty cool. Being a rapper would be fun. But I could never be a rapper. I'm too white. I do like rap though. I'm sure in some alternate reality I was like a rapper. Like maybe like a Biggie Smalls of a different reality. I'm sure of it. Oh geez, it's pretty much just a bunch of noise. I like creating noise. I'll create noise with you, Juno. Let's do it. Let's start a band and create lots of noise. Yeah, let's do it, dude. I'm so down. I remember like being a kid and like listening to rock bands and punk bands and like dancing around my room like as if I was a lead vocalist. I'm not ashamed to say that. I feel like everybody did that, right? Everybody did that. Everybody like in their room just pretended. I remember one time my dad walked in and he just started laughing and I was like, "Get out! You're not supposed to be here." Like for a kid that was so embarrassing. Y'all did that when you were a kid, right? I'm not the only one who did that. That's a thing. Possibly, Juno says. It's okay, Juno. Your secret is safe with me. Does that mean that you still do it? Fuck it. I mean, not often, but I, as an adult, have done it. You know, where you're just home alone. It's like, yeah! Favorite song comes on. Let me tell you, when I'm in the car driving, I have no shame. It turns into like a karaoke session. There was one time I was parked at a red light and fucking Adele was playing and I just started going hard to some Adele. Like I was just like, I mean guys, like I went for it. I mean I really went for it. And I just started singing "Hello from the Other Side," and I look to my left, and it's directly like across the street. I guess my window was down. I wasn't thinking. And this guy's standing there watching me, and he just like is like kneeled over with his arms on his knees, just like laughing so hard. And then he like we make eye contact, and he gives me a thumbs up. And I was just like, oh god, just like peel off. Listen, it only becomes an issue when you start dancing around the house to the theme songs of your niece's shows. For that, you must be shameless. Yeah, that's some next level shit right there. You have to be really unashamed to do something like that. But hey, I don't judge, man. I don't judge at all. Well, I was trying to make an animatic to a musical, and I heard one actor say that he would reenact what was going on when he was younger. So that's what I did. I'm trying to think if I've done that. I've definitely like acted out scenarios in my head, like when I'm alone. That's a thing that people do. I've done that. I've had like dialogue in my head or out loud. There's a lot of things that people do when they're alone that they don't talk about. I'm definitely one of those people that like when I'm bored and home alone, I'll be really noisy and loud and just make fucking random ass noises because I fucking can. People do that. That's a thing. I saw a meme about that the other day. Just about being home alone and doing that. That cheese on that pizza is not a very flattering color. We need to change that. Need to change that cheese color. It was advice from an actor, okay? Is that what you say when people walk in? And they're like, what are you doing? Nothing! Get out! Yeah, I remember when my dad walked in on me dancing. I was playing some metal, I guess, and I was just like, I was going for it, dude. I was just like a fucking rock star in that moment, just like headbanging and like air miking and like all that shit. And I think if I remember correctly, I was wearing, like, I had a bathrobe when I was a kid, and I was wearing my robe, and then, like, whatever underneath, and I think I had, like, a tie or something tied around my head. I was in costume, is what I'm saying. I'm not proud of it, okay? It's what happened. And my dad walked in, and it was really awkward, and he started laughing at me. And, like, what do you say at that point? Like, what do you do? I just remember being mad. I was like, what? What do you want? Go away! I need some like really tasty cheese looking cheese. What color is cheese? That's a good color. We can keep that color. Get out of my room! Now I just do that and nobody walks in on me because I live alone. Should I try to make this guy look more drunk? Or at least more depressed? Possibly. Excuse me. Some lines under the eyes, and then maybe, yeah, you know what, let's get like a nice like pink, a nice flesh pink, and then like our paint tool, go down to this color layer and just try to make his face a little bit pink, like he's been drinking. Should I just do his cheeks? want to add too much. I want to add just enough. I like your taste in music, Juno. I think that right there is fine, actually. Yeah, those lines under the eyes make it look a lot better. Should I make myself look chubby? Should I give myself like an under chin? Maybe some dimples. Maybe go back to my background there. Add like maybe not that dark though. Maybe add just like a nice what do you call it? A gradient. And with that, I think we might be done, you guys. What do you guys think of my comic? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Did it turn out good? I think I'm happy with it. And maybe what I'll also do, first of all, I also need to add my little logo that I've been adding to my comics. I've been thinking about changing my logo. Whoops. Let's see. I've been thinking about making like a pixelated one. Like a retro text, kind of. That's a little too small. Hold on. I think I have a bigger one on this one. Yeah, this one's bigger. So these two right here, we'll just delete these. And if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, I have my Instagram, it's just under Cherry Bits, so feel free to follow. And it's pretty new too. I'm pretty new to Instagram, but I'm trying to start actually like posting content. And what the heck, just for the left side we'll also add my signature. You should always sign your work, even if my name is Cherry Bits. And with that, my friends, we have finished yet another comic. Whew! I'm looking forward to posting this one to Instagram tonight. I'm trying to post as much as I can to Instagram, try to get my art out there. But anyways, y'all, I just want to say thank you so much for the raid. It means so much to me. It means a lot. And thank you for hanging out with me, watching this drawing come together. I think I'm going to call it for the evening, but feel free to check back again. I stream a few times a week and we all hang out, so definitely be looking for me. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful evening, and I'll see you guys in the next stream. Until then, y'all take care. Happy holidays.